This is an all signs bonus reading, and in this one we will look into what are people noticing about you. Right? That is the title, right? Let me see. Yeah, what are people noticing about you? Allison, hi. Grand Rising. Jordan, hello. Let's see. You can't see my cat, but she's sitting next to me. But she won't like the fact that I will light some incense. Right? It's too strong for you, right? Hi, Chrissy. Scuzu. Don't burn yourself now. She insists on smelling the burning incense, but then she gets too close and she's like, okay, well, you made your choice. All right. Oh. You guys, I woke up like hours ago, but I have done so much research today, and I feel like I still haven't woken up. It's weird. But I'm sure these readings will wake me the fuck up. Let's put the timestamps and we'll start this little party. Hi, Rishni. All right. 241. Well, 42 it is. Sagittarius. What are people noticing about you? Let's see. What are people noticing about you, Sagittarius? Ooh. Ace of Cups. That you're loving, caring. Possibly, if these people are spiritual, they notice that your heart chakra is open. So you are the type that isn't afraid to be vulnerable, isn't afraid to be confronted, I want to say. Like, it could be like you debating or you talking about things that are uncomfortable, but you still come across as that you mean well, if that makes sense. That you speak love. Okay. Yeah, blunt as fuck, but you mean well. People are also noticing that you are keeping your moves hidden. So there could be people not being able to read you, or they're not sure what your moves are because you keep your cards close and hidden, but they know that you are up to something. They can feel it. It's like, Sagittarius is up to something. Is up to something. You know? Okay. Sagittarius, I see that a lot of people want to be in your shoes or aspire to be like you. Because even when you don't know what the fuck you're doing it good. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, even when people think that you don't really have the expertise or the experience, you still are doing really fucking well. And they're like, wow, how come Sagittarius kind of like gets away with it? How do you get away with it with no experience or no expertise, no skills or whatever? And they're noticing that you are still making it work. Does that make sense? So it could be something that you are like doing, and maybe they have like years of experience, and they look at you and they're like, how did you just jump knowing? You know what I mean? The best way to kind of explain this is that you are a natural. Like whatever you do, you seem to be doing it really well, effortless, or effortlessly. I mean, maybe that is their perception of you, because I do see that you also come across as someone that doesn't reveal their moves. So, which tells me that, you know, people, you seem to be looking like that you're doing this, like you're doing the things effortlessly. But is that necessarily the truth? Maybe you work really hard behind the scene, but what people see, what you share with people, could be perceived as effortless. Do you know what I mean? And some people are noticing that you are keeping your cards close to yourself. I just heard, I like the way you move. I don't know if that is sexual or maybe in the things that we already spoke about. I like the way you move. We have the moon. I'm sensing like a knowing, Sagittarius. You could appear to people that you know a lot of things. And I mean, come on, Sagittarians, they are a know-it-all. I know, because I'm a Sagittarius, so I'll happily admit, like, I'm a know-it-all. People will sometimes like challenge me, and you know, like I will be like, yeah, I know more than you, or I know enough to know what you're talking about, even when I have no fucking clue or the expertise in the subject. I will just know. It's like, it's weird. Maybe it's like the philosophy side of things, where you see things as it's like you see things with the same coding but with different way to read it. You know what I mean? Well, you're a Sagittarius, so you should know what I mean. But yeah, people are noticing that you kind of like seem to be, it's like whatever environment you put yourself in, you seem to be like really comfortable in blending, you know? So for example, if I put you in a group of people where all they talk about is, I don't know, let's say cars, because I've been busy researching cars, and they will be like, you will be like one of them. You will blend in like perfectly with them. Like you could maybe do your research on the side, but you will talk as if like you already have some experience, or that you are already aware of what's being talked about. You know what I mean? So if I put you in another fucking group, I don't know, let's say a group of witches, you will be talking about spells or whatever else that they talk about, and you'll be blending. It's like you can become like one of them, which is also a Sagittarius trait, you know? I always say Sagittarians are chameleons. Yeah, I think the major energy here that people are noticing about you is that you're doing things effortlessly, but also privately. Like you're not, it's like you're open and closed at the same time, which is like interesting. You know, when people are private by nature, it's not that they mean to be private, it's the way of their lifestyle. So they're not really closed. It's a lifestyle. It's not like you're forcing yourself to, you know, keep people out. It's a lifestyle. So you do it naturally. You do it, you know, unintentionally even. But when you come in contact with people, you seem to be very open and available, and you know, like you don't have that closeness. It's not like you mean to keep people out. It's like you have that privacy lifestyle. So not a lot of people know what the fuck you're on about, or know what the fuck you're doing in your life, I want to say. You know? Yeah. I'll close it here. I learned to adapt. Yeah, adapting is almost like a second nature to Sagittarius. I think Sagittarius, I mean, in general, mutable signs, which is Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, and Pisces. They are easy to adapt to different situations, easier than the other signs. And because Sagittarius is a fire sign, I think they are more immutable than the rest. I think air and fire, they are quick to adapt. So Sagittarius and Geminis, they can change like that, depending on the situation or the circumstance or the environment. Yeah. That is my own observation. But yeah, that's what I think. Okay, let's do nexty. 11:55, Leo. What are people noticing about you, Leo? What are people noticing about you? Wow, people are noticing that you are changing. And when I say changing, I feel like it could be how you talk, how you operate, how you do things. It feels like it's almost like a personality change. Maybe you are like changing things that no longer work for you, you know, like your traits. People are noticing that you're becoming more honest, or becoming more kind of cutthroat, I want to say. It's almost like your opinion of other things, you know, they are your opinions, but your opinion of yourself is what matters most. And I feel like it's reflecting on your self-image and reflecting on how people see you. So some people here are thinking, oh, Leo has changed, or oh, Leo has become like bluntly honest. But what's really happening is that you know your worth. And when people know their worth, or they change into an energy of like, this is my self-love, I know my worth, I am more like focused on my path, you give off the energy of intimidation for the people that are not on that frequency. So what people are noticing is that you are becoming more authentic, okay? And that can be intimidating because it threatens their fake fucking ass, okay? So, yeah, it's like, you know what I'm getting? It's like a roaring, soaring energy of the lion. It's like, I'm here. You know what I mean? And there are people that have known you for a while, and they're noticing how much you've changed from A to B, meaning that they recall your old self, and they recall that you have been like a mess before, but you're putting your life together and you're like owning it, that you're working hard towards becoming your better self. So you have like a mix of people here, some that have been kind of keeping an eye on you, people that you've known for a while, and they're noticing the change, and some that are perceiving you to be intimidating just by being in the same room as you. because you are vibrating that authenticity, which people perceive as being blunt and honest, which is their translation of not understanding what authenticity really is. Authenticity is strong. It has like a strong presence. And some will be intimidated by that and even threatened by it. And some will be like, wow, ooh, look at Leo. Very inspiring, you know? So, yeah. And I feel like for the people that are noticing that you're changing, they might not even be ready for what you will become, because more of that authenticity is going to continue on being in your energy. It will get stronger and stronger and bigger and expansive. The Wheel of Fortune also ruled by Jupiter, which is all about that expansive energy. So, yeah, baby. I mean, for the people that are not ready for the change that you're going through, they kind of have to get out of the way or stay away from you, because it's only going to get bigger and more intimidating for them, if they find it intimidating, that is. You know? Yeah. I do want to say, Leo, don't be surprised if you see people changing on you, or if they avoid you. Remember, when you fall into a new vibration, a new way of living, and changing for the better, whether this is like becoming your better version or tapping into higher dimensions or higher frequencies, remember that you will notice that your surroundings will also change. Meaning, people that are threatened by your energy will be automatically removed because they are not aligned with you anymore. And for those that dare to change because of you or because they get inspired by you, great, you know? The more the merrier. But also for those that will be removed from your life, we'll make space for people that are on the vibration that you are tapping into and continuing to kind of delve into. So it's a good thing. But don't be surprised if you see people dropping like flies, especially people from your past. They either change with you or they're dropping. They're not going to exist on your realm. And that's how it works, you know, when you are on a certain frequency, there will be people that you've known that just do not belong anymore. It's whether, you know, you have like different views or different, like, it will always, it will feel like, you know, you bump heads because the universe is trying to tell you that this no longer works. Remove it. Or they will be removed naturally, whether this is them being busy with their life or them being occupied with something else. So they will be removed. Okay? So I want to say, allow people to leave and come as they please. Do not fucking change who you are or the energy that you are currently in for the sake of keeping those people around that are not aligned with the authentic vibration that you're tapping into and playing with. Okay? Yeah. I feel like your energy right now could potentially bring in someone that is like you, and you will develop feelings for each other. But that is just a side message that I want to say, because it will attract someone that loves that about you, that loves that vibration of you that you are operating in. Okay? Nice. 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 Right. Oh. Let me top it up. Oh shit, I forgot to do something. Hang on. Alright, yo. High of light, grand rising. All right. Ooh. Let's do Aries next. Aries. Aries, what are people noticing about you, Aries? What are people noticing about you? Let's see. Hey, you are making moves. Big moves. Big moves. Successful moves. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm sensing that these people that are like kind of like observing you, they're noticing, like, they could be people that you don't even know they exist. You know what I mean? It's like it's like, it could be even strangers. So this tells me that you could be in the public eye, or you are known in your community, or you are like somewhat popular, or you could be an influencer, you could be on social media. It seems like there are eyes on you, and it doesn't feel just people you know, it's people you also don't know. You know what I'm getting as well, Aries? There are people that noticing that you could be overburdening yourself, meaning they're waiting for you to kind of reach a burnout, which is fucked up, right? It's like, oh my God, look at Aries. They're doing this, and that. I bet you they're going to reach a burnout. Like, it feels like they have their eyes on you and waiting for you to kind of like collapse. I'm not sure if they have bad intentions towards you. It's almost like in their weird way of thinking, they are predicting that's what's going to happen to you. Because they think the load of responsibility or work or moves is like, it's like any human would collapse at some point. Any human will not be able to maintain that level of responsibility and commitment and survive. Like, they are making those judgments about you. I mean, bitch, Aries is a cardinal fire sign. Fucking good luck. Good luck waiting, you know, for Aries to collapse. But, you know, maybe they don't mean, you know, like, maybe they don't mean to be like judgmental like that, but maybe they're comparing themselves to you. And they're thinking, yeah, if I was in Aries' shoes and I had to do all these things that Aries is doing, I would not be able to maintain it, or I would not be able to, like, you know, kind of survive it. So you have people kind of like eyeing you, judging you, comparing themselves to you, because you're doing something that is like, it's almost like, how do I explain it? I mean, I know that I've put the point across, but it feels like it's like superpower. You know what I mean? It's like you have this level of determination or level of perseverance that people are noticing about you, and they're like, yeah, I mean, I bet by this date, by this time, Aries will just give up, or Aries will reach a burnout. Because in their mind, it is not possible for a human being to do what you do and be successful and survive it, maintain it. You know, reaching success of any kind is one thing. Maintaining it is another. And so these people are like betting on the time and place where you will just be like, okay, I'm done here. I can't do it anymore. Which tells me that they're noticing how successful you are or how strong you are, like strong-willed. Cardinal, I mean, it's a cardinal fire sign, so duh. If you're not impressed with the determination or the strong will of an Aries, I mean, you have lots to learn. When Aries wants to do something, it doesn't matter how difficult it is, they will do it. I know a lot of Aries. Alright, so, you know, people are noticing that you are someone that is taking huge steps forward. And you could like break something. And the way I'm seeing it, it's almost like you could break something, like part of your body, in trying to take these leaps forward. Because to the average person, it feels like it's so big, and it's so unattainable, I want to say. But you're doing it. And at the same time, it's like you are inspiring these people, but also there is envy here. There is envy. There is like comparison here. People are comparing themselves to you. Because you seem to be able to achieve what they think is impossible, or what they think is hard to attain or hard to maintain. Wow, very interesting. Yeah, look. It's something that you're doing in the public eye. So you have people here noticing you that are people that you don't know. So there are people that know you, but you don't know them. Which tells me that you're doing something in the public eye. Yeah. Oh my God. And you are just getting started. These people that are like kind of these people that are kind of intimidated by your success or your determination, they have no fucking clue that you're just getting started. I'm rooting for you, Aries. Fucking shock the living shit out of them, will ya? Oh my God. Because it's like, to them, it's uncomprehendable. Is that a word? It will be today. Yeah. It's weird because I'm getting like a strong sense of people that are like, it's almost like they're strangers. They don't even know you on a personal level, but they're already betting on your life. You know what I mean? It's like they're betting on how long you will last. It's kind of fucked up. Because what they think is possible is definitely different to what you think is possible. You could be the type that says, nothing is fucking impossible. Anything that I fucking want, I will do. You know, it's such an Aries energy as well. Cardinal sign. Cardinal is a go-getter. Is like is a marching kind of sign. So these people, because they have different beliefs than you, or they have limitations within them, they're kind of betting on you. And I'm not sure if it's an actual bet or this is just something that is going through their mind and predicting how long you will last. Jealousy is what I sense here. Envy. Jealousy, envy. I also want to call it like a poor mindset. A lot of people that are judging people for other people's success, They have poor mindset, because no, you will never find a successful person bringing down starters or bringing down people that, you know, have that determination and have those dreams and want to accomplish things. You will never see a successful person do that, because they know the journey. But you will always have poor mentality, people that have accomplished shit in their life, nothing. They will judge successful people as if they know what it's like to be in their shoes. Poor mentality is what I call it. So you have a lot of poor mentality around you, Aries, and I feel like it's people you don't know. Even if it's people you know, it could be like, you know, like friends of friends, or maybe like distant family members that are judging your journey based on their own limitations. And they're thinking to themselves, okay, so I bet you by next year or by this time, Aries will reach a burnout. How about you focus on your own life, little bitch? Ugh, I hate those people. I hate those types of people. It's like they will spend so much time focusing on what another person is doing with their life than focusing on their own fucking life. Get a fucking life, is what I would say to those people. Why are they so much in your business, Aries, huh? Anyways, so we finished fire signs, and damn, it's been half an hour already. Do you guys know if it's safe for us to look at the eclipse while it's happening? Some people say yes, some people say no. And do you know that in spirituality it's advised that you know, stay away from the eclipse or going outside? What type of evidence does that have? Because I am tempted to go like and watch it. I want to see it. But I don't know if it's like a good idea, bad idea. Probably need to research more. I did a bit of digging, but not enough, I guess. Hi, Farzana. Scott. Jerome, I appreciate you. If you're vaccinated, stay away because of the heavy metals in your body. What does it do to the heavy metals in your body? I mean, I am not vaccinated. I'm a pure blood, is what I call myself. Pure blood. I have read that if you look at it, your eyes can get damaged. Yeah, that's what we all know, right? But a lot of people say it's not true. So I'm not sure, because they're like both sides. I made like an eclipse viewer box. Is it like glasses you wear? Your eyes won't get damaged. How many of you are going to watch it? Because it will be very visible in the US if you are in the US. There were glasses in a box. I'll share the pic on Instagram and tag you so you can see it. Okay. Certain glass pieces to watch the eclipse through. Yeah, I know, but you know, like even in a normal sun, no eclipse talking, okay? They tell you it's dangerous to look at the sun, but it's not really the case. Sunglasses is just like, you know, to sell sunglasses. But I never had, like, I don't get damaged eyes from looking at the sun. So I'm just thinking, like, is it just a way to sell like specific glasses for the eclipse, or is it true? Like, how many people you know have got damaged eyes from an eclipse when they watched it? You know? Maybe I'm gonna do a bit of research. Yeah, no one. See what I mean? This is what, like, I'm skeptical with what is said, you know what I mean? So I like to do a bit of research to see if it has any backing. Yeah, exactly, right? Alrighty, let's do earth signs. 3614. Virgo. What are people noticing about you, Virgo? What are people noticing about you? Let's see. I don't want to say that because it will come across as very insensitive. But I just heard you, that you are a hoe. We have the Three of Cups, which tells me that people are noticing that you are someone that gets along with people and you can charm people. That you are charming. That it's like you have two modes. No one or everyone. You know what I mean? It's like people are noticing that you are either like isolating, wanting no one around you, or you are out and in the open and talking to everybody and charming everybody, flirting with everybody. But you have like two modes, like whether it's either this or that. There's no in between. And this could be like the perception that people you know about you. Does that make sense? So these are people that noticing that you are either really social or really antisocial. You know what I mean? Wow, Three of Cups again, but this time in reverse. It's basically confirming the message where you are really social or really antisocial. It's like some days you want to be like left alone, don't talk to me, don't fucking breathe my way. And other days you're like, oh, hi, let's go out and meet everybody. Oh, look, there is a stranger, let's go talk to them. Like, it feels like that. So people are like, which one are you? Are you an extrovert, an introvert? Which one? So people are noticing that you have like, it's almost like a different mood. You are either all out or none. I'm getting moody. So when you are in the mood to socialize, you are really friendly, possibly even flirtatious. But when you are not in the mood, you're like, stay away from me. I don't even like you that much. Like you could be like, you know, like rude, or they could perceive you as rude. When it comes to people that are like, oh, but I thought you liked going out, or oh, I thought you liked going there. But then you're like, no, it's just the other day I was in the mood. Now I'm not. Fuck off, bitch. yeah, you're giving off the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is like a playful energy. So people are noticing that, like, when you do things, it is on your time. Are you in the mood for it or not? If you're not in the mood for it and they are in the mood for it, you don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So for example, if you're going out with certain people and you're not in the mood to do whatever they want to do, you will be very like open about it and be like, no, I'm not doing that. Even though the other day you did. You know what I mean? So the people around you don't really know how to treat you, I want to say. Meaning that you are so moody that they don't know what to expect. It's like unpredictable energy. I mean, mutable signs are unpredictable, so it makes sense. But yeah, people are noticing that everything is on your time. You're moody. If you're not in the mood, you're not in the mood. If you're in the mood, well, they can join in. You know what I mean? But you would never join them if you're not in the mood. Does that make sense? People are noticing that you are the type that, like I said, you either go all out or nothing, nothing at all. So yeah, you have people confused. Like they don't know what to expect with you. They don't know how to treat you. They don't know how to like perceive you. You have this it's like you have two characters in one. Maybe they think that you have, I don't know, like a bipolar disorder or some shit. Because you're giving them like almost the opposite. It's like you have two personalities. Either leave me alone, or don't talk to me. What makes you think you can even talk to me? And the other one is like, hey, everybody, come on in. I'm friendly. So you have people confused, man. You have people like not knowing if you are this or that. You're an introvert or an extrovert. Which one are you? I mean, there are people that are both. And maybe you are the type that, you know, will go in a social setting and you get drained. And then you need like a week or two to fucking recharge. I get that. It's a mutable sign thing, I think. Because I get that. I kind of go through it like... I kind of go through that. If I decide to go out and get drained, I will need at least like a week or two just to fucking recharge from all the energy that I've accumulated. Or all the energies that took my energy. You know what I mean? Kind of like a recharge session where I'm isolating. So I kind of get that because mutable signs are kind of like that. Where they can get along with anybody, but if they need to recharge, they don't give a fuck who they are. It's like, stay away, I'm recharging. I don't know what makes you think that I want to deal with you right now. So, yeah, Virgo, you have people fucking confused as fuck. It's like they don't know how to treat you. It's like, I wonder what Virgo is in the mood for now. Because based on their experience with you, they don't really know. It's like you have two settings. Social or antisocial. Some days you love people, some days you hate people. You know what I mean? Sounds like a Gemini, right? Mutable signs. Right? Mutable signs. Yeah. Mutable signs are like that. Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces. Pisces as well is like that. You know, they either isolate, go in dreamland, or really out there and helping people, interacting with people. You know what I mean? It's a mutable thing, I think. Alright, well, that's what I'm getting. And when you are like social, Virgo, people think that you are too social. What I mean by that, you could be charming everybody, flirting with everybody, you know, like, it doesn't matter. It's like you are all out. Virgo is the airiest of earth signs. Makes sense. Because they're mutable, right? Makes sense. Alrighty. Let's see. 45, 12, Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What are people noticing about you, Taurus? What are people noticing? That you are not available. For love. Damn, that you have your guard up when it comes to love. You could be someone that doesn't believe in soulmates, because there are people like that, you know, where you think of a relationship as a transaction, you know. I give you this, you give me that. You could be that type. But it's like people are noticing that you are emotionally unavailable, or you have your guard up in regards to love. Whether this is because you've gone through something that kind of traumatized you, and you're like not available for love right now. But that's what people are noticing around you right now. That you're not available. That you have your guard up. It doesn't matter if you feel a strong connection with someone, that you are logical about it. This is what I mean by transaction, you know. Because when people kind of like put away the feelings on the side, it's like, okay, fine, we have feelings for each other, but does this work? Does this connection work? Is it good for me? Is it good for you? Is it good for both of us? If not, and if there is a struggle, if it's hard to maintain, or, you know, if love was the only ingredient that is between you and people in general, then you wouldn't act on it. You would be like, oh, yeah, but what else? And I kind of agree, because I always say love is like the cherry on top. Everything else has to work as well. This is like integrity, loyalty, respect, you know, you name it. There are so many things that you need in a relationship. Just loving someone doesn't mean that you are fit to be in a relationship with that person. Now, you could be that type where you are logical, even though you have emotions, you have feelings. This feels like a more specific person, or people that you could be dating that are noticing these things about you. It's specifically in regards to your love life. Okay, let me see what else. Yeah. If you have talked about your past experiences when it comes to love, people are kind of like making assumptions that you are not available because of your past experiences. So if you have like told these people, oh yeah, I've had like a really bad situation with an ex or whatever, they could be kind of linking that to your unavailability when it comes to love. So people are noticing that you are not available because of past experiences, or bad experiences, I want to say. And it kind of like left a bad taste in your mouth. And now you are operating differently because of the past. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're less likely to commit. And that is what people are noticing about you. That you're okay with dating, but are we going to love each other, be together in long term? No. So people don't think that you are available for a higher commitment. They think that, you know, anything that gets deep for you is it kind of like you back away from it, or have your guard up for it or from it. People are noticing that you don't really take love seriously. And they're making those judgments based on what they know about you and know about your past. So if you spoke about your past to someone, I feel like they could be making that conclusion. Oh, okay, so Taurus is not available because they got hurt in the past. Because their last relationship was a chaos kind of thing. So they don't see you trusting deep kind of connections, or don't see you trusting love. And maybe that is the accurate description of where you are when it comes to love, but it could be their own assumption, their own conclusions, right? So that is their own kind of perception of you, specifically when it comes to love. So this isn't like a stranger. These are people that you are possibly dating, or these are people that want more with you, but they don't think or feel that you are available for that. Yeah. And the deeper the connection, the deeper it feels when it comes to these connections that you have with these people, the less likely you are to interact with it or to entertain it even. Okay. Next, 52, 12, Capricorn. Capricorn, what are people noticing about you? What are people noticing about you, Capricorn? Let's see. That you are not to be fucked around with, that's for sure. It's like people are noticing you have this scary dark side to you that they don't want to even like see. It's like they can feel it. Something is dangerous about you that they feel. Maybe these people are like scared of your bad side. They can sense you have a pretty bad side. And they don't want to mess with it. They don't want to mess with it. I don't know. It feels like people around you are almost like seeing you as a villain. Like... I don't know how to explain it. It's like maybe these people think that you are easily triggered into reacting in a bad way towards them. The weird thing about this, it's kind of similar to, we have the Three of Cups twice here. It's kind of similar to Taurus. Interesting. So you could have Taurus in your chart. So you have people here that are kind of scared of taking things to the next level with you. Almost like they're afraid of signing their soul away. It kind of feels like that. Wow. We have strong feelings here. So, you know, people are noticing that you are pretty intense. And I'm not sure what you're doing to make them think that you are intense, but they're noticing your intensity. It's like, don't fuck with the Capricorn, because once you fuck with the Capricorn, there is no return. It feels like that. It feels like they are so scared of kind of like triggering you or stepping on your toes by mistake. It's like you have people here that are walking on eggshells because they think or find you dangerous. like dangerous. Like you could do something bad to them. I don't know. I mean, maybe you could. Maybe that is how they feel. But that's what they're noticing, that you have a bad side. And it's not in a cute way. It's in a dangerous way. And at the same time, it's like a seduction thing as well. So you know when people are attracted to villains, you know when people are attracted to danger, you have those people around you, even though they can sense there is a danger element to you, that there is a part of you that is like dark or dangerous or bad. It's like, I'm scared to fuck with Capricorn, but I'm still being pulled. It's like you have this charming, kind of scary energy that they're getting from you, you know? You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know when you watch a movie and there is a villain, they're like, they have that look and that charisma. Maybe their tone of voice and the way they speak. It is like alluring. But at the same time, it's fucking scary, because if you get bad on the bad person's side, you know, you could pay for it, and in many ways, right? You could pay for it with your fucking life, for all I know. That's the danger element that I'm sensing here. People are like scared for their life around you, but it's like they still want to explore you. It's almost like you're seducing that type of people, where they are attracted to the dark side. And you would be surprised, a lot of people are attracted to the dark side. Because it's mysterious, it's dangerous, it has like this thrill attached to it. And that is the energy that you're giving off to people. That is what they're noticing about you. It's like charming yet dangerous. It reminds me of those characters in like, you know, when you watch like a hero and a villain, and all the ladies, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you know, all the ladies will be like, I love you. Like, it kind of feels like how people are like obsessed with the Joker, let's say, you know. You know what I mean? So they find you relatable, at the same time you scare them. But it doesn't mean that they don't want anything to do with you. They still want to interact with you. I mean, I'm gonna say this, Capricorn, you carry this dark kind of persona pretty well, because it's attracting people left and right to you. But do keep in mind, there is a type that you are attracting. Those people that are like kind of addicted to the dark side, or addicted or obsessed with toxic energy. Now, I'm not saying you're toxic. That is their perception of it. Like, ooh, dangerous yet charming. I want that. You know what I mean? Like there's a screw loose somewhere for you to find something dangerous, attractive. It's like, I don't know why I'm going like serial killer vibes, but you know when people are attracted to serial killers, like they find them attractive. I don't know in which was it the one that was like a cannibal that ate people? I can't remember his fucking name, but all of the ladies were like talking about how attractive he is, even though they know he's a cannibal, but he has that charisma, that presence. Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe we're talking about that. But hey, I mean, that's how, but like, that is what people around you are noticing about you, that you're dangerous yet attractive, charismatic. And I'm hungry. That was my belly. So, I mean, yeah. Are you that dangerous? Or are you just like you know, giving off that energy. You know, some people like could perceive mysterious energy to be dangerous because you don't really know the person. But it doesn't mean that, you know, they're bad people. But anyways, that's what people, that is what people are noticing about you. Interesting. Oh, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten yet. Oh my god. Alright, so fire, earth done. Damn, we are already like an hour in. I got my sea goat tattoo this weekend. That's so cool. That's the first thing you should get if you are into like zodiac signs. I got mine, where is it? Is it here? I can't even remember. I got my Sagittarius in 2018, I think. Was it 2018, 2017? Like Sagittarius. Jeff Dahmer, yes. Yes. I can't, like, when I checked his, like, court trials and, you know, there were, like, documentaries, I've seen, like, so many ladies. They're like, I love you. Are you serious? How can you love a person like that? Can you imagine? That is like twisted, right? For you to love a person that has been eating people. He was physically handsome, obviously, yes, but knowing what he done, you can't be attracted. Even, I don't care if they are top model. If you hear someone has been eating another human, would you even feel? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's like in the same way where incest people find their sibling or find a family member attractive, obviously, okay, attractive, yes. But would you even consider to kind of like want to be with them? That's like twisted. It's fucked. Most serial killers are Geminis. That kind of makes sense, don't it? Most serial killers are mutable signs. A lot of Sagittarius, a lot of Virgos, a lot of Pisces, a lot of Geminis. I'm a sapiosexual. Me too. Me too. It doesn't matter how attractive you are. If your personality is shit, nope, no attraction whatsoever. I haven't seen stats, but I would venture to guess that most people running prison gangs are Aries. I can see that. I can see that. To be honest, like I know a lot of Aries. They are not as people portray. Like, yes, they have like impulsive nature. And they will do crazy shit. But I don't know. I feel like Sagittarians are fucking more crazy than Aries, if you ask me. Because if I compare myself to the Aries people that I know, I am way more like unpredictable than them. But then Aries, if they want to do something, they are definitely going to do it. And even if it's like illegal, if they justify it in their head, they will do it. They don't really, it's like they will do before they think. Humans rationalize anything. That's true. That's true. It's this similar, I can't say that word, but when you feel similar to a person, you will justify them even if they are bad people. Okay. So when people are attracted to the dark side, it's because they have like this desire to justify the darkness within them, and you will see them justifying the other people that are open about it. You know what I mean? And they will do it on a subconscious level. They don't have to be even aware of it. So when I see people that are attracted to the dark side, I just know that they have this urge to act on the darkness within them. So they admire it in the people that are open about it. Observation. My observation. All right, let's do air signs. Aquarius. Aquarius. What are people noticing about you, Aquarius? Let's see. Yeah, that's true. Miss Redmond. All right, Aquarius, let's see. What are people noticing about you? Let's see. That you don't like to ask for help. That you would rather do it alone than to ask for help. That you are stubborn in your ways, or kind of like, you know, when you are determined to do things your way, and it doesn't matter if it's hard to do or if it's like impossible to do to some extent, you will still fucking do it your way. So, I mean, stubborn with fixed signs, it's kind of like goes hand in hand. So, the people, like, you have people noticing that even though you are stubborn about, even though you are stubborn about your ways, you have that determination that they admire. So they see how determined you are, even though it will cost you your health, your well-being, your, I don't know, like, it could be like your sanity, you will still do it on your own. But they do believe as well that you will be successful in doing whatever that you set your mind to. So you, like, people noticing that you really believe in yourself. And that you are determined to do it even if it's difficult. Even if it means that you have to do it alone, break your back while doing it, you will still do it. You know what I mean? Which is admirable. So maybe these people are admiring that. But at the same time, it's like, why is Aquarius not asking for help? This can definitely be easier for Aquarius, but they seem to not want to put themselves in a group or in a situation where they are being helped. That's my tummy. Can you hear it? It's very sad. Okay. People are noticing that you, it's like, you are very, like, you have, it's like you have a circle. Maybe circle of friends, circle of family members, your circle. And it's like, these are your people. You are not going to look outside of that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's very hard to get in your circle, is what people are noticing. Very hard to get in your circle. So you have a lot of people that are looking outside in. And they don't feel like you are open to bring in new people. And that you are doing most of the things on your own. And determined to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish on your own. Even if it costs you your pocket, money, or whatever, like health, sanity. I think these people believe in you. They believe you can do whatever you want to do. They believe that you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. But they're also noticing that why would Aquarius not ask for help? Or why would Aquarius not allow me in to help? It feels like there are people outside of your circle that want to be allowed in, but you are closed off. It's like, nope. You know when you have like a place and it's full capacity wise, and they will not let you in unless someone leaves? It kind of feels like that. So these people around you are like, I could be of help to Aquarius, but Aquarius is not open to let me in. This can be potentially people that are interested in you, love or friendship, and they're like, I want to be in, I want to help Aquarius, but no, Aquarius is kind of like determined to not allow people in. And they're kind of like noticing that you would rather suffer alone than to let anyone in. Because you have determined that, you know, that's how I'm going to do it. I don't need you. You know, you kind of give off the energy, I don't need you, I will do it myself. And it doesn't matter how hard it is. It's like I'm feeling like a bit of admiration from these people, but at the same time concern. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see Aquarius break their back doing what they want to accomplish. I know they can, but I don't mind like coming in and carrying some of the load with them. You know what I mean? Like, you have people that could be genuinely wanting to help you in something, but they feel like, nope, it's a no from you. Kind of like they are trying to be there for you, but you're like, nope. Thank you, but no thanks. It kind of feels like that. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, that's what people are noticing about you. Alrighty. Whew. Oh my God. Let's see, 11355. Gemini. Gemini, what are people noticing about you? What are people noticing about you? That you are a free spirit. You do what you want when you want to, when, whatever, where you want it. You are a free spirit. Don't fucking cage me, bitch. Don't fucking cage me. Okay. Yeah. You could be the type that is kind of comes across as eccentric. You could have like a certain style that isn't really trending, and people are noticing that. They like it, it suits you, but it's like, it's not really trending, you know what I mean? Like, you have that style. You know when people like wear the same dress, but they will style it differently? You style your style differently. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean that you're wearing like a weird dress. It just means that you style it differently. You kind of add your touch to it. And people are like, oh, okay, that actually goes really well. lot to say about that. People could be noticing that you are someone that hides their feelings rather than be vulnerable with them. So you could have people that think that you have feelings for them, or that you have way more feelings than you are showing. And they're like, yeah, I know Gemini has feelings for me, for example, but they don't like to say it. So they could be making those assumptions, but it could be also true, right? But they're noticing that you are not as logical and cold as you could be portraying yourself. Because you could be portraying yourself as someone that is like logic, yes or no, black or white. But people are noticing that you're hiding. You're hiding what's beneath you. You're hiding what's beneath you? That sounds wrong. You're hiding what's beneath the surface. Or it's like you do have deep emotions, but you would rather cover that and be logical and portray yourself to be logical than to kind of show your emotional side or show that you have deep emotions for someone specifically or in general. You have people that are noticing that you hide your hurt. So these could be people that are friends or people that you're dating. So they could be sensing that you could be hiding your hurt. And you are the type that will smile even though there are tears in your eyes. And you're like, I'm fine, but you're not fine. So they could be noticing that, oh, okay, so Gemini is not comfortable, like expressing their emotions or expressing their hurt or expressing the negative kind of emotions that is like anger, upset, sadness. They're also noticing that you are very critical of your emotions. Meaning that you could be judging yourself for having certain emotions, and people are making note of it, like, oh, okay, so you do have reason to be sad here, but you are kind of thinking that it's like a weakness, like some people will consider certain emotions a weakness to be expressed. Like, for example, when you're angry, people will be like, no, I'm going to choose not to be angry, even though the anger is already happening within them. It's not healthy to be angry and internalize it, okay? A lot of people will be like, don't show your anger, or, like, don't express your anger. No, that's actually unhealthy. If you are angry, be angry. If you are not angry, but you can notice yourself getting like agitated, remove yourself from the situation before it escalates to anger. There is a difference. There's a difference. Like, you have to be observant of yourself and your stages before it gets out of hand. But when things get out of hand, you have to express. Otherwise, you are internalizing those emotions and kind of like bottling them up. So you could have people that think that you do that you internalize your emotions, especially the negative emotions, and it reflects badly on your health, okay? So it is better to express anger than to internalize it, because it goes inward and it starts to affect your health. You know what I mean? So I'm using anger obviously as an example. I'm not saying that is the exact situation that you are going through. But you have people noticing that you can't, or that you find it hard to express your negative emotions. Maybe your emotions in general, but I'm sensing negative side of it more specifically. I do feel like the people around you, they actually care about you. So I'm not sensing any like kind of how do I say it? It's not like people with ill intentions that are making those judgments. I feel like these are people that actually care about you. And they could be reading between the lines to try to navigate where you are emotionally. But they're not, I don't feel like they are pressuring you into expressing yourself. Does that make sense? So they mean well, I want to say. And they also notice that you are a free spirit. So I don't feel like you have people around you that want to cage you or want to control you. In fact, I feel like what they want here is to kind of help you express yourself and feel safe to do so. Which is like such a, you know, such a good energy I'm feeling. You know? So... yeah, I do feel like people around you are careful with how they word things because they don't want to upset you. Because these people are noticing that you are actually very sensitive, and not in a bad way, just like sensitive soul. And they don't want to like upset you because you are sensitive. That, you know, you could be really sensual, sensitive, but you have like a strong exterior, and people are noticing that, oh, you are actually very sensitive and sensual, but you have that exterior to protect yourself. Or maybe they're making that assumption about you. Maybe you have like a strong exterior and you're not really sensitive, but they could be kind of portraying that energy onto you. That is also a possibility. Because it's what they notice about you. How they kind of could be assuming and projecting about you. Like assumptions about you. Does that make sense? So it's not necessarily the case. Or it's not necessarily that you are actually sensitive and sensual. But that's what they notice about you. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like these people that I'm tapping into, they are like good people, is what I would consider a good person. They're not trying to change you. They're trying to make you feel safe so that you are safe to express yourself, which is such a good energy in my opinion. All right. Jerome, I get it. You know, like it gets easier for people to open up and kind of like accept who they are with age. Like, I mean, do you remember when you were 18 years old? You know, like you would be confused because with all these hormones rushing through you and your frontal lobe is not even fully like complete. It's not really functioning properly. So there isn't much consciousness going on in an 18-year-old. It's just a mix of fucking emotions, and it's, you know, all at once. So I would say time, continue on creating that safe space. And then, you know, with time, people will understand that, oh, my parents created that safe space for me. So they will trust to go back to it. So always have that space available when they are ready. Never push them to be ready because they will just think that you're trying to control the situation. So safe space, that's great. Just don't try to force things. Allow it. Allow them to kind of find themselves, right? Alrighty. We have 1, 2, 5, 32. Libra. Libra. What are people noticing about you, Libra? What are people noticing about you? Let's see. That you are chill. That you are chill. Okay. People are noticing that you are very balanced. It's like you're not like rushing to be somewhere. You know what I mean? Like when you are somewhere, you are present. You don't have that urge to be like in two places at once, which is quite surprising because Libra is stereotyped as the indecisive sign. But I see here people are perceiving you as chill, you know, like I'm here now, so I'm going to enjoy the experience of the now. People are noticing that you are, even though you have a lot of things, you are still not kind of like worried about being in two places at once. Does that make sense? So it doesn't matter if you have like a full schedule, but for an hour, for the next hour, you are here and you will be present. You will be here. You're not like worried about what's going to happen after this hour, because it's almost like people are noticing that you are organized. Even if you have like a busy schedule, you could be the type that organizes your time depending on the hour. Okay, like scheduling your routine, or kind of having like a layout of what you're going to do today, and you stick to it, so you're chill, you know, you're not worried because you have it organized. The best way to be like prepared is to prepare. So people notice that you have your shit together, basically. People also notice that when you say something, you mean it. And sometimes it's like blunt or truthful or hurtful even. But when you say something, you mean it. Like, again, against your stereotype, Libra. So I'm not gonna be like focusing on the stereotype, but Libras are known to be not liking to have like a confrontation. But when you have a confrontation, you will confront. You know what I mean? So people are noticing that when you need to say something, you will say it. It's like you have a time for everything, which is very interesting. You have a time for everything. You won't rush to say something. You won't rush to be somewhere. You have a time, which makes you come across as very chill. Maybe there's like a million thoughts going through your head, but the way you come across, it's like very chill. Like, I'm here now. I'm going to say this now. Or I want to say this later, but I'm not going to say it now. Like, very organized. You have a time for everything. Okay. Wow. People are noticing that you have like a glow up. Maybe you changed something within your look. Maybe you changed like the way you dress, or the way you, I don't know, like do your hair, your makeup, your beard if you're a man. Like, it's something like that. You've had a glow up, and people are noticing the glow up. Maybe you're taking care of yourself more, and people are noticing, wow, Libra is looking good. Looking good and fierce. I want to say fierce. You are coming across more confident than before, especially to those people that have known you for a while. So you're coming across as more confident. I just heard books. Maybe you've been reading on books on how to increase your confidence or how to manage your time, something like that. So if people are noticing that you are upgrading and you have a glow up and that you look better, your confidence increasing, that you are chill. It's all positive shit. Let me say that. It's positive. So I also want to say mature. Maybe people are noticing that you're maturing more, that you're more comfortable with who you are, that you're not like swayed by other people's opinions, or if you don't agree with something, you will say you will not agree with it, or you will say, I don't agree. You know, you're not scared to oppose, which is a mature thing to do, you know? Like, we are all adults here. If you want to oppose something, oppose it. It's your opinion. It's your take on it, you know? Last time I checked, freedom of speech. So yeah, maturing, more like comfortable being you. Comfortable making changes you feel that will bring the betterment or bring the better version of you. And people are noticing that. People are like, wow, Libra is changing for the better. These are people that are like, that have known you for a while. For the new people, they just perceive you as chill, organized, prepared. That you have a time for everything. You're not in a rush to say something that it's not the time to say it, or you're not in a rush to be somewhere else. You're here, more present. And it's giving off confidence. You know? Like, you know when people like are outside, they rush because they're going somewhere. And you are the type that is, I'm going somewhere, but there is no need to rush. You know what I mean? That's how confident and assured you are in yourself. And that is the energy that people are noticing about you. Doesn't matter if you're not really like that internally. Maybe in your head you have like a million thoughts going through your head, but you are kind of like grounding yourself, not rushing, taking your time. And that's what matters. You are truly in control of yourself, in control of what thought is for now and what to say for now and what's to say for later, or what thought for later. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. We have water signs left. I need a little break. Hi, Jill. Yes, I will feed you soon. Alrighty. Water signs. Let's begin. 1, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 3, 5. 05. Pisces. What are people noticing about you, Pisces? What are people noticing about you? Let's see. When you want something, it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, you want it. I don't know what that means exactly. If you are dealing with someone that you are interested in and they are like taking their time or kind of not rushing things, they notice that you are rushing things, that you want things to happen now. Okay. So what this feels like, it feels like when you want someone, you are not confused. It's like you know what you want. And if you want someone, you will let them know. People could be noticing that you have ulterior motives. Is that the word for it? Pisces. Oof, we don't have a very good energy here. People are noticing that you are a little sneaky. That you want something, yes, and you're going to get it, but your motives could be hidden. It's like you have people around you that don't really trust you. Or don't really trust your core motive, I want to say. You could be the type that says, yes, I want to be with you, let's be together, or whatever. But they don't think that's what you truly want. Huh? I just heard pregnancy. I don't really know what that means. What's pregnancy to do with this? Are you trying to get someone pregnant? I don't know. I actually don't know. So this is quite confusing. Maybe people here are noticing that you don't really, I don't know, man. This is confusing. I'm gonna pull more cards because it's kind of like maybe maybe the confusion that I have is what people are noticing about you, because they seem to be fucking confused about your motives. They don't really know what you want. And I feel like with them, you could be interested in someone and they're like, why is Pisces pushing for this? Why does Pisces want to do this with me? And you could be saying why. You could be like saying, I want to be with you because I love you, or because I'm attracted to you. You could be saying those fucking words, but they don't believe them. They don't believe you. They think you have ulterior motives. They think you have something else in mind, but they don't know what that is. What? What is happening here? There is so much confusion here. And yeah, wow. You're not gonna like me after this reading, that's for sure, because I see that people are noticing that you are unstable or unreliable. You could say something you want, but then you could be acting differently, or your actions are not aligning with what you're saying. So people are like perceiving you as someone that says something, but then you could be doing something else that contradicts what you're saying. You have people that are very careful with you, and I don't know why. They could be like, I don't know, maybe they have trust issues. Maybe they don't believe what you're saying for some reason. So they could be projecting on you, okay? Let's keep that in mind, because it's what they notice about you. So there is projection to some extent if they are not self-aware. But what I'm getting here is that you have people noticing that you are not trustworthy or that you are unreliable, and you could be behaving differently than what you're saying. And it kind of like leaves a very unsettling feeling within themselves about you. So these people, and it could be like a person specifically that doesn't really feel safe or feel comfortable with you. There is sexual attraction, but there is no trust. See, you come across as reliable, but you could be not really acting like you are reliable to these people. Because you could be saying that, oh, I am loyal, I am trustworthy, I care about you, I want you, but they don't believe you. Okay, they don't believe you, or maybe they think your actions do not align with what you're saying. So, I mean, if you, I don't know, if you are contradicting yourself, then you know it's yours. But if you think that these people could be gaslighting you or could be projecting themselves onto you, you would also know, because you know yourself better, right? So if they don't trust you, it's really on them. Because if you truly think that you are trustworthy, but you have people around you that don't trust you, even though you are being open and expressive about who you are, then it's their fucking problem. Right? Sometimes when people see something that is too good to be true, it has the same effect of it being fake or it being, like not real. Because they say to themselves, it's too good to be true, therefore it cannot be true. Right? So I don't know which is which, because, these are like, that is the energy of the people that are noticing things about you, which is their own assumption or judgment about you, right? So I'm not sure if they are right or wrong, but you take it as it resonates, or you kind of like try to see for yourself if it's truly the case, or maybe you're too good to be true. Because that can happen. When you are like being open and people are like confused, it's on them. It's on them. If you tell the truth and they are still confused about the truth and you're truly saying the truth, it's on them. It's not really your problem. But I see that you have people around you that don't trust you, that think that you are not trustworthy, that you are flaky or unreliable. So if their observation of you is not true, Pisces, I suggest fucking change these pile of people that you have around you. Because they could have issues and they could be projecting that onto you. And if they are true in their observation about you, well then do some introspection. Because when you say something and you act in another way, you leave people confused. You make them not trust you, right? So in whatever position that you are in here, in this case, whether this is true or not about you, try to be honest with yourself and make the changes appropriate with these types of people. Or with yourself, if they are right. Because their energy, the way it came across, it's like one thing, but the translation is another. There's a lot of confusion in their energy about you. And when there is confusion, and when we have like a lot of empty blanks or gaps, we start to project, because the brain likes to make sense of everything. So, oh well. Okay. So, What is that? Yeah, it could be their projection of you. These wanted to come in reverse, which could be saying that that is their perception of you. So how are you going to deal with it? What actions should you take in regards to these people that think that you are not trustworthy? Because these were upright when I was reading you. But I kind of like hit the deck and they came out in reverse, which tells me they could be projecting their energy onto you. So if that is the case, Pisces, fucking cut these people out of your life. You don't need people like that. You don't need people that are suspicious of you for no fucking good reason. Even when you are expressive and open about what you want. Well, that's a weird one, must admit. All right. Let's see, 1, 4, 6. Scorpio. Scorpio, let's see. What are people noticing about you, Scorpio? What are people noticing about you? Let's see, Scorpio. You are passionate. I don't know, like I got like an image of someone's private part, and I like sometimes like it feels like a I just saw someone's dick and it was so unsolicited. Maybe you have a magic dick. This is like very specific to someone, obviously, right? I'm not saying everyone here is a man. Oh man, go away. Okay. So, yeah, people are noticing that you are the passionate type, okay? Very sexual. You like to take things slow. And this is like bedroom energy. This is bedroom energy. You like to take your time. And, wow. You could be the freaky type in bed. This is definitely someone that has slept with you, or someone that has, I don't know, like kind of saw your intimate side. Dirty talk. Yeah, okay. People are also noticing that you are very dominant, or that you have this, it's like you have this very convincing, like when you argue, you kind of like argue to win. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, you will still fucking win the argument, because you have that way of persuasion, or you have a very convincing way of arguing. So even when you argue with people and they know that they are right, but when they argue with you, it's like, oh, it's helpless, you know, like Scorpio wants to be right, or Scorpio, you know, has a strong argument, and they kind of know that you are good at persuading, even though they don't think that you have enough evidence to support what you're saying. Okay. All right. Let's see what else. Wow, people notice how intuitive you are. You could, which is very like fitting for a Scorpio. They could be like noticing that you are very intuitive. It's like you know things without really knowing them. Does that make sense? So you have like a knowing. You could be claircognizant. You don't really have all the information to support how you know things, but you still know them. And you have people wondering, like, how the fuck did Scorpio know this? You could be like spilling their tea without them saying anything to you about their business. So you could like say something and they're like, you know, saying to themselves, how does Scorpio know this? You know? But you could be doing it naturally. But to them, it's weird. And if they are, like, if they understand what intuition is, because trust me, there are people that don't even know what fucking intuition is. They think it's like, oh, you know, connecting with demons and shit. So if they know what intuition is, they think that you are very intuitive. It's like beyond their comprehension. It's almost scary. You have also people thinking that it's better not to mess with Scorpio because they seem to be one step ahead. So they think of you as someone that is one step ahead. Like you kind of know what's going to happen. So that gives you the one step ahead in a situation. So you could have a mix of admirers and people that are attracted to you. And you have people that could be trying to sabotage something in your life, but they can't. Because that's what they notice about you. It's like it's like a lost cause. Like it will be a defeat. Because if you are one step ahead, so how am I going to defeat you? You know what I mean? Which makes you very knowledgeable, I want to say. And the knowledge is not based on Google, because that's the knowledge that people go for these days. You know, they just like Google it. But your knowledge doesn't come from internet or whatever. I mean, you could do research. Obviously, I'm not saying that you're just like, oh, I know the answers. No, like some of the things that are deliberately hidden, you seem to know about. You must be claircognizant. You must be. Because you seem to know a lot about things that you have no business knowing. And people are noticing that. It's like, how did Scorpio know? And maybe you don't know the exact thing that happened or the exact information that you are saying. Or, you know, you don't have all the details, but you almost like have the vital part, the most important part. And you could be saying it, you know, in a conversation, or maybe even dropping hints without you actually realizing what the fuck you're doing, because it comes naturally to you. Claircognizant is like a knowing without knowing. It's like you know, but you don't know how you know. You just know. And to people that are around you, they're noticing that that is some crazy shit. How does Scorpio know? And some of these people are haters and they want to kind of intervene with your flow, but they can't, because you seem to be doing things one step ahead every fucking time. Every time they have something to kind of use against you, or to kind of like, every time they think they got this, they can kind of destroy you or bring you down, they figure out that you are one step ahead. It's like you are so protected, or that you just know. And you have people fucking confused about how you know. You could be cutting people off before they do damage to you. Which is interesting, right? Like sometimes the universe will remove people from your life or give you a download about a person, and then you will distance yourself from them and then realize down the line that this person never had good intentions towards you, but you cut them off before the damage was done. Do you see what I mean? You seem to be doing that to haters. You seem to be cutting people, you know, off or out of your life before they get the chance to kind of have an opportunity to harm you. Very interesting. And you could be like, la 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 la, I just did that, you know, whatever. I felt like I should do that. I should distance myself from this person. not knowing that this person was actually thinking about bringing you down, harming you, have bad intentions towards you. Knowing. And for those people that are sexually active with you, Scorpio, they are very much impressed. They are very much impressed, especially with, I want to say foreplay, you know, like before, like you take your time, you know what I mean? Like you go through the meals properly. You don't jump to the dessert. You go through the courses of the meals. And then when you get to dessert, it's already like you are ready, or they are ready. You know what I mean? Alrighty then. Leave it to Scorpio to bring out yeah, right? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Scorpios and the bedroom energy. Scorpios should be renamed bedroom energy. Alrighty. Okay. Last but not least. Let's see. Wow, we are hitting 2 hours. Cancer. What are people noticing about you, Cancer? Let's see. You could be going through a phase where you don't want to be held down, pinned down, settling down, and people are noticing that you are not looking. So people are noticing that you are hard to catch. And that you are not available for something that is like a settle. It's almost like you're not ready for a settlement. It's like, oh, Cancer, would you be interested in getting married and having kids and whatever else? And you're like, no. You could be like in a phase because Cancerians, I'm not sure. Like Cancerians I don't think they have that problem, right? Where they are hard to commit or... Yeah, so maybe you're going through a phase where you are not looking. You are kind of enjoying your life without any commitment, without any restrictions. And you're like, no, I'm not available for that. So people are noticing that you're hard to catch and you're not wanting to settle down. You don't mind fucking around and having a little play here and there. But you're not ready to settle down. People think it's because of an experience you had not so long ago. People are noticing that you are giving more to yourself and your career or your job rather than relationships, rather than commitments, rather than the traditional settling down and, you know, having a family or whatever else. So... or maybe that's how they perceive you. Yeah. It's like you want the fun. It's like you want the fun that comes from being with someone. Which is like, I don't know, like the romance, the kind of hanging out. But don't label it. Like it feels like that. People are perceiving you to not want to label things. And not wanting to settle down. And that you feel strong about your freedom. Meaning that you don't want to compromise your freedom for anyone right now. And maybe they think it's due to your past. Maybe you have exited like a connection recently. Or maybe you were in a long term. maybe you were married and got divorced, whatever it is. These people that are interested in you, they're noticing that your refusal to settle down is because of your past. So you're very protective of your freedom. I want to say freedom, you know? Like, people are noticing that you're not available for someone to tell you what time it is. Does that make sense? So, you know, when you get in a commitment, you kind of have to compromise for each other. You kind of have to meet each other in the middle. You're like, fuck no, I'm not ready for that. I don't want to do that right now. So you have people around you that are noticing that you're not going to compromise for shit. And that you want to just enjoy life without the restrictions or the labels. You still want to be with someone. You still want to have fun with someone. You still want to, like, have the romance and all the fun, but don't put labels on it. Don't, you know, it's like, I'm not ready. I just want to have fun. I actually have a Cancer friend that is like that. But she's not like the type that is, you know, like non-committal. Like, she is looking, but she's not looking for someone that will ask from her to compromise. You know what I mean? So I kind of get it, especially if you're not looking for someone that is, you know, asking too much of you. You either are compatible with me, or let's just have fun and not label it and, you know, see where it goes. Yeah, I do see that people are noticing that your focus is definitely on yourself and on your career. More so than your romantic life or your love life. People are also noticing that you are in your healing era, or you are in your era of self-love, self-care. If you're not helping me, or if you are not complimenting that, I don't want anything to do with you. Kind of feels like that. Don't trap me, don't restrict me, you know? I'm getting even with friendships, so it doesn't have to be like just love connections. It could be even with friendships. You know, when people are like, you always have like a dominant person in the group of friendships. Like, they get to decide where we're going, where we are, what time we're going to that place, and whatever else. You could be against that too. Like, you could be perceived as someone like, oh, you want to go there, but I don't feel like it right now. I'm going to stay here. You know, like, you could be saying things like that. And they're like, okay, well, Cancer doesn't want to join us because they have other plans, or they are not ready, you know? So it doesn't have to be just love situations. It's like, what do I want? And you're prioritizing what you want over what other people want. Which is a fair thing to do, if you ask me. Unless you want to compromise. And that should be something you want, not something that is asked of you. Does that make sense? And at this time, I don't think that you are wanting to compromise for anybody. Or at least that is how they see you. That is how they perceive you. These people do believe that this is just a phase, and maybe it is just a phase. But obviously that is up to you to decide, right? Maybe you will enjoy this energy too much and be like, I'm going to live the rest of my life like this. You know? You don't like it? You can leave. It does feel like that. So if it works for you, Cancer, and if you're happy with that, who cares what people think? Because they are definitely seeing you as this bird that comes every season, but it's very hard to catch. So alrighty, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment. I will see you guys very soon. Take care for now.